an email from Roblox, okay, and you know, they will take action, okay, and on this particular situation they did, but when you have a situation that they need to investigate, you have to provide evidence. So see what it says, any screenshot videos of the incident and any additional information you can provide. So when I'm in a game, which I'm enjoying, and I'm, you know, and I'm, you know, getting reports or just comments that there's certain activity, you know, and I'm witnessing things, you can't just go and tell Roblox that these things happen. You have to have evidence. And that's only fair because you don't want them taking action without actual evidence, right? And they seem to be like really wanting to help and take the matter seriously, you know. So these are the steps that you should take, especially in a game where there's no moderator or admin or any announcement of what to do if there's issues. And when you do try to bring something up on the only forum, like an open group forum, wall or whatever, that there's an issue and you start being harassed because you have, you know, things going on that you have evidence to report, that's very serious, and you need to just take it to Roblox, okay? So here is where I took third place, and I would have been in first place, locked in really good, had I not had my my lead was sabotaged by the owner of the game on April 1st when he created a prank where this environment had fake box hunt scene, and those who are in leading position were not duped by it. And that I find to be very suspicious. Like, how come they weren't duped? How come they weren't forced when they jumped on the portal pad and then they bounced into the fake scene and thought it was real, while everybody in the seconds and short minutes that they got the lead by getting many boxes that they collected with cash and prizes, and I got nothing, which dropped me on the leadership board. So I was sabotaged by the owner of the game. Okay, so of course he wasn't repentant of that, and I gave him every opportunity, and so then I was trolled when I caught up with the big gap that there was by this one person. Okay, he trolled me, and so I have video evidence of that. So here I am, at last. I have closed the gap once again, and I took third like I said I would. But here's what happened when I did. Did you see that? I'm touching these boxes and they're not disappearing and giving me money because, and you can, and so listen, so there I'm refreshing, but I, you know, as a game creator who has admin controls, okay, there are so many different things that you can do individually to someone with admin controls. You control them in so many different ways. You can tweak the script for that person. Yes, you can. And so I saw that, guess who was in the development mode? It was the owner. You can go to his personal profile and you can see that he is, in fact, in the game editing studio. So I don't know if he gives other people admin control, but I know that for some reason, you can see in the background that other people are, you know, at some point in this video, you can see people in the background picking up boxes with no problems. And yet I am being trolled and my boxes aren't picking up. Okay, so I was about to take the lead and then the boxes just stopped collecting. You see that? I'm like, well, wait, what? That box did not. See, every time you hit a box, it goes, and then you get, it tells you how much cash was in the box, because you get like anywhere from 100, 50, 100 to 200. And if you've got double cash, then you get, you know, double that amount. Which I'm not concerned about the money or the plushes. It's just the count of the boxes for the sake of this competition, right? And so, anyways, they're not collecting. And it did not start until I was taking third. And I'm sorry, but that to me was rigged. That was somebody deliberately, willfully trolling me with some admin tools. And unless you can explain to me why that happened, and I don't want to hear no nonsense about, well, you're over in the center with boxers. Like, let me tell you something. This other person went up 2,000 points in an hour. Do you know how many box rushes that would take to increase? It took me all night long to close a 2,000 point gap. All night. Okay, and I barely even got some of the boxes rushes. I barely even got them. And half the time, I was chased out of the server by trolls. I couldn't even enjoy my own box rushes. You know, it was just insanity. You know, and when I did box rushes, there was always other people enjoying them. But when he's doing box rushes, it was like, oh, don't even come and enjoy my box rush, because he would troll me. And I'm just like, they try to manipulate these little servers so they can do the box rushes, and only the one who's wanting to try to get all the box rush stuff to himself and prevent anybody else from, you know, participating in the box rush. I let my opponents participate in my box rushes. Was not a thing. This game, oh my gosh, I'm right at taking third place and the boxes stop collecting. I was done. It's like, I can't fight that. I can give up, you know, I can just give up all my stamina and just keep the pace and do everything I can, but I can't. What am I supposed to do when the boxes stop collecting? What am I supposed to do with that? I'm just like, at this point, they owe me a trophy. That's it. I'm done. They owe me a trophy. Okay? And look, see, this guy over here, he's collecting. Watch. You're going to see this guy come across and you'll see boxes disappear. Watch. See? No problem with him getting his boxes. See, this was like, oh, well, you rolled from the summer. Oh, right. The server's overwhelmed, but he can get his boxes, but my boxes won't pick up because I'm about to take third. So watch. I will walk right through that box and it will not disappear, right? Look. Nope, not picking up. Mine don't pick up, but watch the competitors. There's my competitor. That one, no problems getting the boxes. See them disappearing? Right? Only my boxes would not pick up. So then, okay, then here I am, and I'm in like this full server. It's got some of my friends I've made in this game in it, and to include one of them that's a beta tester who starts approaching me, you know, and I just thought she was a really sweet person. I didn't suspect her at any time of being a part of the suspected alt accounts that people had mentioned to me, and I'm not going to mention who mentioned them to me because that was it's not appropriate. They were too intimidated to say anything. So this is a little while later. The boxes are working again, but at this point, you know, the damage is done because he's already got like, you know, a 1,000-point lead or something like that. They're like, you know, well, we're not going to let her win, buddy. Don't worry about it. We got you. We will not let this person win. I mean, that's what they did. And when they stopped my boxes from collecting, there wasn't anything else I can do on that matter. It was like over. Anyways, so I will send that to Roblox and to the FBI that they are frauding people, that Roblox is allowing owners of games to do things like this. And then I'm approached by the beta tester who takes it upon herself to act like a moderator and admin, which this game does not have. But the problem with that is that the evidence is to be submitted to Roblox, not some beta tester, okay, who basically tests for like glitches, you know, when a game is in the development stage. It's not appropriate when she herself is a competitor, okay? She doesn't know if she's a part of the evidence being submitted to Roblox, and I didn't suspect her. I did not suspect her. And you can't make accusations on who's doing it unless and until it's verified who the accounts belong to. Because that group of alt accounts, it could have been any one of them. But the fact of the matter, there are a group of alt accounts that it was very obvious that what they were doing. And they were one by one. They're just sitting there frozen, not doing anything, but they all look alike. And you can tell they were managed by one person because they would just be AFK. And one would go over into specific houses and vote, and then go back to its post, and then the other one would come up out of AFK status and do the same thing. And it was so obvious, but you can't prove that, so you have to give that to Roblox, and they alone are the only ones who can verify who the alt accounts belong to. So, because the moderators, the beta testers, the owners of the game don't have ability to go into people's accounts and see how many accounts they got, and that's private information. They don't have the ability to do that. So it's not appropriate for her to come to me, because I went to the only forum that I knew of to try to communicate to the owner that there's problems and on the wall. And so she's approaching me in the game. Here she is. This is her. And she's wanting to stop me while I'm in the middle of a race. She's demanding information from me, demanding I stop and talk to her, which she slowed me down and sabotaged my lead again. Here I am being sabotaged again.
You said that someone was cheating on there.
That's not her place to stop me when I'm in the field competing. This is not appropriate. And look, all these other people around. Well, Cottage Dreams is sweet, so she's not an issue.
I'm one of the beta testers, and I'm usually on most of the days.
And see, this is another problem. She's out there openly saying that she doesn't see any problems, which is basically slandering me, because I'm like, well, you must be oblivious, but I was trying to be polite and not say that to her. So then all these people start gathering around and stopping me, so I had no ability to speak to her. I tested my mic. There's nothing wrong with my mic, okay? But for whatever reason, she could not hear me. So here I am. She knows I'm competing. She knows I stayed up all night closing that gap. And she knows I'm competing and I'm in a race to keep the third that I just took. And here she is. Slow me down. Look at all these people gathering. She doesn't even know if any of these people are suspected of being one.
I want to keep everything fair.
That's not appropriate. I just want to know. I just want to know. I just want to know. No. Okay. She does not have any ability to prove who the alt accounts belong to. Nobody was singled out. Nobody was accused. It was just that there was alt accounts being used, and that it needs to go, that it's going to Roblox to be investigated so they can see who the user tags were and who they belong to. Because if a user is in the game and they're in the leading position of winning and they have a group of alt accounts there that they can connect, and they can see in the video that each one by one of those people went over to that certain houses and was voting on it, then they can see, well, these are in fact alt accounts that belong to one person, and that one person happens to be a person in the contest who was in leading position or whatever. That's Roblox. That's their job, not hers. She has no ability to do that. I don't have the ability to do that. Okay, I can't prove who the alt accounts belong to, but she won't let up. And she's very, very young. She's like 18. Okay, I'm not being insulting. I'm just saying, she's barely an adult. She's 18 years old, and she just doesn't have any authority to investigate this kind of thing. This is what Roblox does. They have a specific thing that you report cheating to. It says, when you open up and you say, what are you trying to report? And you say cheating. And as I showed you in the email, they want evidence, and that's respectful. They should have evidence. They shouldn't just take accusations that somebody's cheating. So that's what I was doing. I did collect evidence. I did. And it's sad that somebody's saying that they're in the server all the time and they don't see anything.
I'm not a moderator because not all Roblox games have moderators.
And that's the thing. That's a problem right there. Any game needs to have a moderator. Period. That needs to be a regulation and a policy. This is unacceptable. See, but what she's doing right there, she's taking authority that nobody has given her. If the owner wants to give her that position, he needs to announce it that, hey, this is my person that you go to if you have a problem. Okay, you take it to her. There's no announcement anywhere that that's who she is. And I feel like she was meddling, and like I never accused her, but I feel like her behavior was a little problematic, especially stopping me in the field where, look, there's like a box rush going on, and I'm out here. I missed out on boxes because she was trolling me over evidence that I put on the wall to the owner. That's who I was trying to contact. And by the way, I messaged him. I know who he is. I've seen him. I've seen a picture of him online. I know who he is. I kind of get a gist of who he is. He's very young, like college age appears to be. And I think he's just just naive. I think he thinks he's created this game. I think it's his first one, and he just thinks that he can be friends and be popular, with his players. And no, you can't. You have to put ground rules down, and you have to put consequences that you will be banned, and you have to ban people. Okay, you can't just ignore the drama. This is why I will never, ever want one of my games to become viral or to become big, because it's drama. And especially in competition games, you're going to have people that try to cheat. And if you think to yourself that your game is too good to have that kind of behavior going on, that's completely naive. That's just not even realistic. So anyways, this is what happened with my contest. So I did take third place. I would have probably made my way to first, but definitely would have made my way to second, and it wasn't so much that I'm competitive. I just wanted to show them you will not cheat me of my lead. And I wanted that trophy to share with the others who got cheated by what the owner did, because I can't stand people being treated unfairly like that. And just to show these young people that you don't get to cheat people, that it's not okay, right? And so anyways, I hope that this owner gets it together on this game, because currently I told him in the messages, I said, look, and I just told him, I'm just very candid, and I'm like, you can't be Mr. Popular. You have to set boundaries. And I asked him to set rules, put the guidelines down, that this is what is cheating. If you go up to somebody and you try to prevent them from collecting boxes, that will be considered abusive and you will be banned. And I'm not talking about people running for the same box because there's only a couple on the ground. I'm talking about they were going up behind people, they were going at them, and they were trying to prevent them. And this was a problem just for regular players trying to get cash money to buy things to build. Little kids was like being mistreated. Some of my friends, I invited a lot of friends to this game from my artist games, and they did get frustrated. They did, and because of the trolling.